We've heard LeBron kind of more and more over the last few weeks talk about how he wants to be the owner of a team, and then we know the Vegas situation and that there's probably going to be a team there. What is the timeline for that, and how realistic is all of this?
So I think if the NBA were to expand, from everything I've been told, Vegas and Seattle would definitely be high on the list. But right now, it's not really in the imminent future. There's not really even a short-term plan to expand. I don't think we're that close to an expansion in the NBA. I still think it's a little further off. But, yeah, I mean, eventually, from TV rights money coming in and just overall talent expansion, it does make a level of sense. So I think, if we're talking on the show 5 years from now, it might be different. 4 years from now, it might be different. And LeBron James still has years left on his career. Like, I don't think he's just going to be done in a couple of years now. Like, the way he's playing right now, he could probably go another 4 or 5 years. So where we might be 4 or 5 years from now, like LeBron James was talking, like, after when obviously he's got to retire to own a team in Vegas or wherever, maybe it is different in 4 or 5 years. Maybe we are 1 or 2 years away. Knowing LeBron, he's going to be strategic about this. I'm sure he's already planning different things if he were to get in position for this. But there's no question he has a level. He's been open about it. He wants to own a team after his playing career.
Rich and him do incredible business, right?
I mean, when you talk about innovation and really changing the game from a cultural perspective, and then even what they've done business-wise, I mean, it's nothing that was expected out of Rich Paul when he first became an agent. I think he was pretty much doubted by everyone.
How come all we hear about now is Travis and Courtney and MGK and Megan?
Yeah.
Remember, Rich and Adele were.
Oh, yeah. They're still a thing.
They get a team in Vegas. Adele doing halftime.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Shows out there.
Every night.
Oh, my God.
Residency.
We might have to hashtag that.
Chris Angel.
Adele at half. Chris Angel ain't getting hired by LeBron and Rich.
You don't think so?
No, they'll hire somebody younger, better.
David Blaine.
He's already claimed his allegiance to the NFL.
Yeah, you're right.
True.
Chris Angel's hanging from the ceiling at the fucking Raiders game.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Then he spun 4,000 miles an hour on ESPN during the draft.
Wayne Newton still available?
I hope so.
No. What about Carl Magic or whatever there?
He's not in Vegas.
He's on Vegas. He should be.
Move him out.
He's in Carolina.
Fruit Ninja guy.
Sorry about getting off topic here, Sean. We're just brainstorming with the Spring Hill Company here, just seeing what they want to do. That'd be awesome if you owned a team in Vegas. Are they scared about a team in Vegas because of all the things that are already said about the NBA? Literally the thought, and even though stats don't prove this at all, the thought by every person that isn't a diehard NBA fan is, the refs are going to make this series go to 7. That means the people in the back of their mind are like, the NBA controls these games. You put that thing in Vegas and any malarkey happens. I mean, that's a big deal, right?
So I don't think they're scared because a lot of events, NBA events, happen in Vegas. The NBA Summer League, it's in Vegas. They've had the G League Showcase in Vegas. So they've proven that Vegas can be a template. It can be a grounds for where you can play games. You can have NBA events. You can host everyone. I mean, they're doing it already with the NFL. Like, you can have pro sports teams in Vegas and be at a high level. Now the question is I've talked to players about this. I've talked to NFL people about this. Like, it's got to be. I mean, you tell me, Pat. Like, it's got to be different from the people that you talk to. Players that play in Vegas. Incidents-wise and things that happen in Vegas, it's unfortunate. I feel like there are maybe more incidents in Vegas. You tell me.
So the NHL, the Golden Knights, their first year there, they had a home record that was just like something absurd because when the out-of-town boys would come in, they would go do Vegas, and then the Vegas flu would catch up with them the next day. I believe that was something early. I don't think with the NFL it has really taken place because guys are so locked down now, and also COVID has kind of been the carrier here since the team has gotten to Vegas. So it depends on what the rules are for guys, but 22 years old, 21 years old, shit ton of money, you land in Vegas, you got 2 days maybe, you got 2 days there. You put me in there, it'd be tough for me. If I'm 6'6" and got a wet jumper and I'm in the NBA and they drop me into Vegas, I'm 22 years old and I'm single and I got fucking money, it's going to be tough for me. Now, I'm saying that everybody else is much more professional than I am. It'd be tough for me to fall. I can't fall asleep in Vegas anyways because there's a casino downstairs telling me that I'm going to go win $10 million through my fucking pillow. I can hear it. That would be tough for me, but these guys these days much more mature. And I think the NBA is a much more mature level of individual than every other sport, too. Don't you think? Honestly, they're kind of thrusted into the spotlight very, very young, I think, in the NBA world.
Yeah, no question. And there are other cities, right, where those stigmas exist. talk about New York, Atlanta, LA. Those are always talked about as hot spots.
Miami.
Where, if you're going to be on the road there, you're going to enjoy either a dinner, time with family,
Right.
time with friends.
Right.
Like, you're going to enjoy that time.
A new acquaintance.
What?
Hey. Like Miami's a problem too, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Miami,
Big time.
yeah.
The NFL has a Miami problem because everybody stays in.
Do they? How bad is it?
I don't know how it is now. I've been
Oh,
out of the
it's
game
bad.
for a while
bad.
here, but a lot of the teams stay in Lauderdale, and you know what's in between Lauderdale and Miami?
South Beach.
You fucking idiot. Tootsie's. Okay, Tootsie's is in between those.
Oh,
two.
yeah.
Yeah,
We
Tootsie's
know
is in between
we
those.
know about Tootsie's.
Yeah. I do know about Tootsie's. Yeah, Tootsie's is in between there. South Beach is in Miami, I believe. But that one particular club that is out in the middle all by itself almost, I believe around the NFL has claimed a couple victories for the Miami Dolphins with guys coming in. Because they're open during the day and their wings are delicious from what I've been told. So I guess
It's
anywhere.
just the wings. It's just the wings.
Absolutely. Have a little respect.
the wings, yeah.
Have a little respect for the culture. But every city could be a problem, I guess. Vegas just happens to be the loudest. I just think gambling-wise, that was always the reason why I think a lot of these major sports didn't want to go to Vegas because the optics. But now that the NHL is there, now that the NFL is there, it's only a matter of time before the NBA goes there. But it's going to be hard for a lot of people not to be like, oh, this foul was called in Vegas, this one wasn't. There's going to be ref crews that are judged on how they're performing in Vegas versus everywhere else. It's just going to lead to the fodder about conspiracy through the NBA controlling the games and the outcomes. But that's always going to be there. So what the fuck can they do?
That's always been there, though. I feel like we're going to hear that tonight. Like, does the NBA want to get, like, that's something that's always going to exist. I mean, I've seen it. Like, there's, like, these guys are all trying to do their jobs at the end of the day. But you can't control that. Definitely can't control that, whether there's a team in Vegas or not.
Yeah, Timothy Donaghy really.
Oh boy,
he was quite a weapon out there.